Okay. Who? Dan Double U. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands at my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and welcome to Dan Who Live, episode 199. We are ever so close to hitting another milestone. It is insane. We are nearly 200 episodes in, but not quite. Not there just yet. Next week, and we've got a whole week of streaming to go. It's a great week to celebrate, as it's also San Diego Comic-Con. But you know I cannot do this on my own. Let me bring him in. It is, of course, Rich M Displayed Once. Rich, how you doing?
Woo, 200 episodes.
Nearly.
Oh, I remember when we were planning this show back in episode 1, Dan, the good old days. Remember that?
To be fair, you have been around since the very beginning, virtually. Maybe the first couple of episodes we started speaking, but you just wasn't on camera yet, because I didn't really do Legends and Liquor. But we were chatting. This was when you were part of your other alias, I think, as well.
Yeah, it was Articulated Heroines. Yeah. More name changes than anyone else.
Well, that's why Displayed Once is a gimmick, because he had already displayed once with his other name. Anyway, you are here now, and I'm very happy for it. So, yes, episode 200 next week. And again, what a week, Rich. San Diego Comic-Con week is like Christmas for toy collectors. Not only is there always new toys hitting this time of year, but it's all about the reveals, not just from Marvel Legends, but from all the other toy companies out there. So of course I'm always excited. We're in the UK, so we're 8 hours of difference from San Diego, so all the reveals happen a little bit later in the day for us, but it is always one of those weekends where I'm consistently scrolling my phone, waiting for the reveals. This year the Marvel's live stream is on the Friday night, so again, we should be able to recap that very quickly. Yeah, let's just start with that real quick. So yeah, this week is going to be a good week for streaming. So I've prepared like a little schedule, if you will. Indulge me for a second, just at the start of the show here, for anyone on the replay, before you get bored of mine and Rich's ramblings about Deadpool, because again, Deadpool's a week away as well. Again, it's such a good week for Marvel fans. We've got Deadpool and San Diego Comic-Con coming up. So I'm going to be streaming a lot next week. Now, this channel, again, you know I love talking about toys. It always started off with reviews, as I just wanted to share my passion for collecting with anyone who was willing to listen. And thankfully, because of the avenue of live streaming, I've now been able to make real-life connections and friendships. And the live streaming process is a big deal of this channel these days. Like, Rich isn't just a figment of my imagination. I've hung out with Rich and shared a drink with him on many occasions. He's a real boy, just like Pinocchio. Yeah, this live streaming stuff is more than just internet fun and games. Like it's cool stuff. So next week I'm going to be streaming quite a lot. All right, so of course we've got today, we will be doing the after show today as well, just for a quick chat catch up. But on Sunday, Legend and Liquor returns for the pre San Diego Comic-Con predictions stream, so that is going to be this Sunday. And there's already been a few leaks from NECA and from G.I. Joe and all over the place. So yeah, pre San Diego Comic-Con predictions on this week's Legend and Liquor. If you want to be on this week's show, start hitting me up with those DMs after tonight's live stream. And then next Thursday is episode 200, where we will be picking a new member of the Who crew live on the show. Okay, so I'll come back around to this, but episode 200, a new member of the Who crew. Jocasta has been broken. She is no longer in service. We need to replace her membership with somebody worthy, but you guys will decide on episode 200. So this kicks off 4 days of live streaming, because on Friday, the Marvel Legends San Diego Comic-Con panel is happening on Friday night over here in the US, UK. That's 8:30 UK time, which means me and Rich are going to go live at about 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock on the Friday night. Okay, so we will be recapping the Marvel.
Friday night, we'll be wrecked.
He's going to be well excited. But yes, we will be here live on YouTube, basically straight after the Marvel Legends live stream in San Diego for our initial reactions of all the reveals. And it's San Diego, so there is always a nice handful of reveals to discuss. And then you will notice it says there in Disney Store. That's right, live from London, people. I am going down, been invited by Disney to go down to the Disney Store in London and check out some new Marvel Legends. So hopefully...
I'll find my invite, Dan. Don't know where... Must be lost in the post,
No, you're invited, Rich. You are invited as my +1. Trust me, you are invited if you want to make the trip. I just don't know if you did want to make the trip. But Saturday. And again, the invite's out to you guys. So if you are out there, a part of the Who crew, part of the community, and you genuinely want to come, it is invite only. But you know a guy, all right? You know a guy, all right? Happens to know another guy. So hit me up and I will get you an invite. But again, don't hit me up for an invite if you're not going to bother. You need to actually come to the be able to make it to the Disney Store in London. It should be about 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon. And I'm going to be doing a live stream from the Disney Store.
Like the normal kids who want to go in and buy things. Sorry, kids, you cannot buy your Inside Out 2 plush. Stop. You're not on the list.
That's true. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're telling me it's invite only. So I'm going live from the Disney Store in London to talk about some brand new Marvel Legends. And thank you very much to Justin, as you will hear the channel memberships rolling, as he has gifted 5 channel memberships. That is very kind of you, Justin, on the eve of 200 episodes, or the week eve, if you will. So 5 people have got that. So shout out Matt, shout out Phoenix, shout out Kev, shout out Greg Finstad. Greg Finstad is catching memberships all over the place. So thank you very much, Justin. I massively appreciate that. Always adding new members to the community. Hopefully you can make it on Sunday. It's been a while, my friend. And Mike Hex as well, the channel membership token. Let's go to the chat real quick. Let's acknowledge the love. Mike Hex, he says, fantastic. Lucky Bricks get to go to one of the few Disney stores left. None left in the USA. Target absorbed and hid them away. I think it's the only one in the UK though, right, Rich?
Yeah. There's one in London, one in Ireland. They are like the only 2 left in our islands.
Yes. So the Disney Store again isn't a thing anymore, but there is one flagship store left in London.
It's online now, isn't it? It's like it's an online thing. That's what the most of the business is.
For sure. But we're going to be there. I'm going to be there on Saturday, the 29th. Let me jump back to this on Saturday the 27th, sorry, Saturday the 27th. So hit me up in the DMs if you want more information. But if you can genuinely make it to the Disney Store in London at 2 p.m. on Saturday and you want to come and check out some new Marvel Legends with me, we'll do a little live stream. Hit me up, all right, UK people. It's always good when the UK get an opportunity to do this type of thing because it doesn't happen often. So let's go and enjoy it on San Diego Comic-Con weekend. So as they're being revealed in the US, we will be able to see the new product in hand, okay? But I don't know what it is myself. So again, we shall see some new Marvel Legends. All I know, new Marvel Legends being revealed at the Disney Store in London on Saturday.
Are Jay and Kiara going?
I think so, yeah.
Ooh. What time is it?
It's 2 p.m, so it's not even a morning thing. You should absolutely come, Rich, because
I was thinking of coming and then I could take Kiara and go and see Six the Musical instead. I was just like
hit her up. Me, Jay, and
I might do that.
We'll go for some drink or something. I told you, I said I'm gonna go Shake Shack. So I think Adam Batman Moran's gonna come. Jay and Kiara said they're gonna come. So, yeah, hopefully we can get a nice little UK crew, go down to London, invade the Disney Store, do a little live stream. Tanner said he was going to come, but he's too busy because he's going to a chicken wing festival. That's a true story. He's going to a chicken wing festival. So Tanner, the invite's there after the chicken. Bring us some chicken wings. Meet you at the Disney Store. That's what I'll say. But Mark Tac, if you're in London, whether you like Mark Tac, Z-Man, Tanner, like you guys are the London guys. Like, come to the Disney Store on Saturday. Come and meet me there, all right? That's where I'm going to be. And Tanner's saying, come to the Wing Fest. Never even heard of this thing, Tanner, but it sounds good. I'm not going to lie. Okay, cool. And then finally, San Diego Comic-Con post reactions on Sunday the 28th. And in between all that, I'm going to have to fit in a Joe's and Juice because obviously the HasLab and a Turtles and Tea. So take a screenshot. I will post this image on my Instagram anyway. But yeah, just wanted to kick off the show by saying next week, lots of live stream. But that's because there's lots of Marvel Legends and toy news to talk about. So always going to be a good time and get involved.
You say that now. What if they just reveal two things? Wolverine and Deadpool. That's it.
Fuck's sake. Look, at least I would have had a good time hanging out with my friends from the toy community, Rich, all right? So let's spin the positive. Let me go up to the top of the chat. Chagwit was in nice and early. Damien, California Red Devil, Jelly Figs, Tac Tac, Adam Batman Moran, a.k.a. Figure Cave Collectibles, Pixels and Plastic says it's Thursday, peeps. You know what that means? Toy talk with the lads. And absolutely. And I'm no longer sponsored by Koppelberg. I'm now sponsored by Strongbow Dark Fruits because that's all I had left in my fridge.
I haven't got anything to drink today. It's boiling as well. I know. I'm fine.
Yeah, so I do have Koppelberg in my outside fridge, but I couldn't be asked to run and get it. So Koppelberg...
La-di-da! Outside fridge! Look at you!
I don't want to brag, but I do have an outside fridge. Paul McCarthy says...
That you too many people. That you too many.
Reveals at the Disney store in an outside fridge. Look, time to go up. For the record, anyone curious, YouTube is not my job. I have a job, full-time job. YouTube is a hobby, it's a passion. You guys keep me the lights on in the Dan Who household. I appreciate that. Some people genuinely think it's my job. I wish it's not. Disavow, Jay, the Blatchula, which is Lorenz, Matt, Mikey Moonboots, Michael Davis. Robert Thompson says, hello, Dan and Rich and everybody watching. I just ordered Phoenix. That is the perfect segue, Robert. I'll slip you that $5 later because that is this week's Marvel Legend news, as the team like to give us a little bit of Marvel Legend news every week. And this week's news is essentially it's the pre-order for the Dark Phoenix, or the Phoenix if you are not Dark Phoenix. She's wearing green, people. So this
She's got hands! Hooray!
Yeah, so we've got Phoenix in the new sort of altered Black Widow base body, if you will. I know these bodies are slightly different as they go across, but it's the articulation.
It's not the Black Widow body. Come on,
I know. I get told off all the time. It's the Black Widow articulation scheme, is what I'm trying to say, which is a much better scheme for the females. Completely pinless, lots of articulation, 2 heads. I don't like that her neutral head is windswept as well. Do you know, like, look, let's go through these pictures. I'll show you what I mean.
She's the Phoenix, though. She's like,
I know, but
flying and flames. And
if I was going to buy 2 of these and I'd display one like this with that head on the Phoenix stand, looks epic, then I would have liked to have an option to have like a more neutral one.
I would say don't buy 2 of these because there's 100% a high chance of a Dark Phoenix on this same model. Yeah. I'm guessing
they need to get that mold's use out of the factory for sure. But anyway, I'm in on this for sure. It's gone up for pre-order now in all the places you buy your Marvel Legends. I have no doubts. I'm in. I am pretty confident Rich is in. Rich, are you in?
Yeah, Cloud said about the price being 35. So yeah, it's weird that this is more expensive than Angel. Obviously, Flames are more expensive than Wings because these were both in like the same like listings on the online things, like Classic X, Deluxe 1 and 2. And yeah, Angel was 35, and this one, for some reason, is 50. I'm guessing because of the Phoenix has got more sculpting in it, like the back, the bird and the head moves rather than just 2 wings. I don't know. I don't work in business.
Maybe
it does seem a lot.
Costs more.
It could well be. It could well be.
Those things matter, I suppose. We don't know, but it is. So it isn't. So what is the price? 50 quid or 40 quid?
$50 and 50 quid. Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, well, I'm still in for one because I'm a sucker, and it's definitely better than the previous one we got. The one I've got is very small. You actually can't see it on my display. It's there on my display, but it's like hidden behind her. You can't even see. So I do think
she just falls over the old one.
Yeah, it's got the little clip around the waist that literally holds her in. But this one is going to look very nice on the shelf, undoubtedly. And let's be honest, the Jelly Leg Jean body was in need for an upgrade. Absolutely. Yeah. That's the reason we call it the Jelly Leg Jean, is because of that green figure. They even gave us an apology head eventually in the Dark Phoenix 2-pack, which is still going to be on my eBay page for £300. I will not give it up. No, not really. Lost hope on that one. Yeah, Phoenix looks really good. She's up for pre-order right now. And also, Rich mentioned before we went live as well, the US are getting another restock, and it's of Magic. So this was a Walgreens exclusive a good while ago, and like the pattern has been this year with I think it was like the Deadpool and the Scooter, the Vespa. We had Kingpin, right, on the retro card was re-released. So there has been a few re-releases this year, but it's only to the US market, not to the UK. The UK is too small for them to justify these re-releases, so only to the North America, US market, these re-releases are happening. You can go to stores and get...
That's such a, like, oh...
I know, it's stupid. It is what it is.
They could literally tag on 100 and get them over to the UK. That's like bullshit. But, bullshit.
We've been collecting long enough. I'm sure me and Rich both already have her. Yeah, you have it, Rich? Or
yeah.
Yeah, of course we do.
I picked this up. But I think the thing with Magic is she is now wearing this costume again in the from the Ashes, the new era of X-Men comic books. So it's kind of like fitting, and it kind of like ties into that Strange Tales wave as well, because she fits in with like all like the Magic characters and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not a bad re-release.
Yeah, it comes with some decent accessories. She's got the interchangeable Ghost Rider head, which you can put on a Ghost Rider body, and we've had a few releases of Ghost Rider now. And you've got the big sword, which always falls over on my display. But yeah, no, it's decent. It is, again, these are re-releases are nothing to get mad about. It's for the people that missed out, to keep the collectors on board, or for people that weren't collecting at the time of release. Look, it makes sense. It's just a shame, like Rich said, they can't just make them available for everybody, because I'm sure there's Marvel Legend collectors in the UK that missed out on this as well, that would also like the opportunity to spend their money.
People are saying Magic is $60.
No, she's not. No chance. $24.99 on Entertainment Earth.
Oh, you go. I was thinking that.
No, she's not $60. She's fine. But yeah, there you go. That's this week's Marvel Legend news. Phoenix, which we've already knew about for a while, but she does look great in the packaging. And the Phoenix is a massive upgrade to anything we've had previously for sure. Cool, good stuff. In regards to the 85th anniversary stuff, I have got reviews on the channel right now. Wolverine, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Hulkbuster, and Warbird. There you go. There's the very Wolverine I reviewed. Thank you very much, Rich. Much appreciated.
Smell the ham.
Smell the ham. I was feeding Ted ham via the Wolverine claws. I keep the ham in my outside fridge. No, I don't really.
Just a fridge of ham in Ted's fridge.
Just me and Ted share a fridge. It's ham and Copperberg. It's all good. Warbird is starting to hit stores now, by the way. I've seen people on Instagram find her in store. Danyan has always promised us that these will be plentiful in store. Yes, the pre-order was messed up on Target. People were pissed off, rightly so. However, they will be plentiful in store at Target. So get looking. I know Mike Hex was on the hunt earlier and he managed to find a Spider-Man. So they're definitely out there. Luke Cage and Iron Fist has hit the UK already. You can pre-order that now, or buy that now in the UK. So the rest are going to slowly start trickling out over the next month or so. Because again, we're halfway through. We're already halfway through July, people. Do you know what I mean? August is approaching. So these are going to be here sooner rather than later. But go and check out the reviews. Hulkbuster is still my favourite. Honestly, after having that in hand, posing it with my Iron Man figures, my favourite so far from what I've looked at. But I am looking forward to getting the Ghost Rider. Not got that one in hand just yet. Yeah, let's just take a moment so I can take a sip of this. Very nice. It's not as good as Copperberg though. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I can't even lie. Copperberg's so much nicer. So Deadpool.
There goes your Strongbow sponsorship now as well. No sponsorship, you get it now.
Oh well. Deadpool. Tickets booked?
Yeah, I'm going next Thursday, I think. Yeah.
Are you going? So this is the first time.
Oh, show 200.
Oh, no, it's fine. No, it's fine.
I go to the day. I'm joking.
Okay, it's fine. I'm also going on that day, but like early in the hours in the morning. I'm going Wednesday midnight. So Thursday morning, Wednesday night, midnight time. Which is the first.
Are you taking Amanda?
Yeah, she's coming as well.
Ah, poor Amanda.
She knows I'll go on my own, but I think she likes Ryan Reynolds, so I think she's okay. I remember I did pull her into the MCU. She did get invested, but then the few shitty films ruined it for us.
My thing is because it's 3 hours. It's like I would be asleep. I would be asleep at the end of it. Yeah, it's 3 hours long.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm not telling her that. Shit, she's got work the next day.
Yeah, so it's like it's not going to start until like 12:30, is it? And then it's going to be like
And
half 3, 4
we're
o'clock.
like a
You'll be out there.
25-minute drive from it as well. So, oh, whoops, let's not tell her
Get a
any of
room,
that.
get a room in the Kenton.
Oh, poor Ted. We couldn't leave Ted. Couldn't leave Ted. Could we? Poor Ted. I'd be having parties and everything, raiding my fridge and ham. So yeah, tickets booked. First cinema midnight showing since pre-COVID, because after COVID happened, none of my cinemas were showing midnight movies. So this is the first midnight showing since pre-COVID. So yeah, I'm excited. Deadpool next week to kick off the San Diego Comic-Con weekend, which can only lead us to believe we may see some Marvel Legends that are Deadpool and Wolverine related. That's what everyone's hoping for. It would make the most marketing sense, but again, the movie did get pushed around that slate a little bit, so we don't really know what we're going to see. But we can talk about Deadpool for a second here, Rich. Any cameos that you would like to see? And again, this is just me and Rich speculating with no spoilers here. This is just us two friends having a conversation about a movie we're going to see, okay? So no spoilers from here of us. We don't know anything.
Since it seems to be like wide open and it seems to be like a celebration of like all the Fox things and stuff like that, like I'd like to see like the original X-Men. So apart from Hugh Jackman, like Famke Janssen, Halle Berry, and the guy who plays Cyclops, whose name I can't remember. Those three, I think I would, and Anna Paquin as Rogue. Those ones I would like to see as well. But what is the guy who played Cyclops? He's in bloody Sonic, isn't he, as well? James something?
It is James.
Marsden. James
go.
Marsden.
Well done.
There we go. Got it in the end.
Yeah, I think we will see the original X-Men cast. Because the Wolverine from the trailers, it's given us the vibe that he is plucked from that universe, right? Because it's pre-Logan. Logan's like another stream of the multiverse.
So they saying this from a universe where he lost in it. That's what like the thing is, isn't it? In the trailer with the time variant thing. This is the like Wolverine who like all the X-Men died and he seems to be in front of like all those graves type of thing. So I don't think it's the Fox movie Wolverine, but then he might show up because it seems to be like a Deadpool Corps in there anyway.
Yeah, so do you reckon there'll be variants of Wolverine? Hugh Jackman will be playing different versions of himself. Like maybe he could play a black jumpsuit like version, maybe.
I could see that happening, and like all the, like I don't know if they'll go. Maybe they'll bring like Laura from Logan. I don't think we'll see the Wolverine from Logan.
Oh, it's X-23 as like uniformed up X-23 with the yellow and blue as well. That'd be cool because she's a bit older now as well, right?
Yeah, so that would like work out quite well.
The trailer again. This isn't a spoiler; it's part of the trailer. So, but they did tease.
Don't spoil the trailer.
They did tease. Look, Deadpool and Wolverine are in the movie. That's all. That's all we're saying. Okay, I won't say it then. I was going to say they did tease another character in the trailer, but I'm genuinely conscious now. People are going to get mad that we're spoiling stuff. It's ridiculous, isn't it? This new spoiler culture. People try and avoid trailers as well. Do you ever try and avoid a trailer? Are you happy to see a trailer?
No, a trailer's just a trailer, isn't it? Like,
we've got a super chat from Chadwick. Thank you very much, Chadwick.
Chadwick Myers donated $20. My ML hopes aside from DP and WV themselves are the main members of the DP Corps. Obviously, if there really is 20 plus DPs in the movie, we don't need them all, but at least the core ones. Dog, lady, head.
Dog, lady, head. He says, the Marvel Legend hopes aside from Deadpool and Wolverine, the main members of the Deadpool Corps, obviously, if they are really in... There are 20 plus Deadpool Corps in the movie. We don't need them all, but we do need dog, lady, and head. So there's no spoilers that Ryan Reynolds has been walking around the press tour with the ugliest dog in Britain, apparently. That's not a spoiler, okay? That's playing Dogpool. I think the dog's name is Penny. That could be a Marvel Legend accessory in the future. You never know. Lady Deadpool, Headpool, these are all characters from the comics. I'm sure they're going to pull into the movie. Yeah, could happen. Are there any any cameos, Rich, you would like to happen for the selfish reason you want the action figure in your Marvel Legends collection?
I would love the Generation X TV movie, like Finola Hughes as Emma Frost. That's like, with like the fake wig and everything. That's the one that I would love. Or David Hasselhoff and Lisa Rinna as like Nick Fury. That wouldn't happen because Fox. Well, they could because it's Disney now, isn't it? So literally anything.
And it's Ryan Reynolds. If Ryan Reynolds phones people up, they're not saying no to Ryan. Another one from Chadwick. Thank you.
Chadwick Myers donated $20.
And
The
her
DP
as well.
Corp would make an excellent multi-pack. Additionally, any OG X-Men that return, especially in comic-accurate costumes, I'm praying for Cyclops, Jean, and Storm to show up.
Okay,
Would
that
like
would be
new
cool.
figures of them.
That would be cool. He said the Deadpool Corps would make an excellent multi-pack. Additionally, the OG X-Men that return, especially the comic-accurate costumes, playing Cyclops, Jean, Storm, etc. So, like, the X-Men cast that you mentioned earlier, but in their actual comic-accurate costumes in the same way Wolverine is. That could be interesting.
That would be good.
That would be cool to see.
That would be good.
Yeah, we don't know which direction that the MCU is going with the X-Men yet. We don't know if they're going to try and pluck from what's already happened or just start fresh with new cast. Again, we don't really know. The multiverse has allowed them to sort of play with the same actors like we're seeing here with Deadpool and Wolverine. But it's mad. It's crazy that this is an MCU film. Like, this isn't a Fox or Sony. This is an MCU canon movie with Deadpool and Wolverine, which with Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine as well. Which, just think, as we're watching him in the cinema as Logan, that's not even a thought that's going through your head. It's like a little wish. I wish we seen Wolverine in the MCU and Hugh Jackman. It's happening, people. It's happening. So, do you reckon we'll see any cameos, not from old Fox movies, but any current MCU cast, like any of the main cast of the MCU right now? We're going to see any cameos?
Yeah, I think there's got to be like some things to like bring it into the universe, whether it's just to the end or something. But I think there will be cameos from some MCU characters at least.
Yeah, I think so too. Just like you said, to sort of tie it together. In regards to the comics, so usually Marvel Legends, when they release a wave, so let's just pretend, hypothetically, there is a movie wave, and it's got a couple of movie figures. Usually Legends like to mix it up with movie figures, comic figures. So are there any Deadpool or Wolverine-related comic figures that you desperately want? I know we've done a few streams breaking this down, that you taught me about Honey Badger, which I didn't even know was a character, etc. But are there any characters in comic form that you'd like to sneak out in Marvel Legends?
I mean, like from the Deadpool side, I suppose Copycat is the big one. Like Vanessa's in the movie. We've never had like a Copycat figure. And then there's loads of like X-Force you could do to like tie in like Feral, things like that. I mean, like Wolverine size. I mean, there's loads of Wolverine characters. I think we've had a lot of Wolverine this year, to be fair.
There's still more, though, Rich. There's still more
coming. Like, we haven't done too bad with Wolverine. I'm surprised with Deadpool. They haven't done, because they did the Pulse set last year with Bob, that Pulse exclusive, but they haven't done like a grey version of that. I thought they would have maybe done that to like tie in with the movie. But yeah, I definitely think there's going to be something, because it's like Funko, like all the merchandise, like the video games and stuff. It's like there's Deadpool and Wolverine. But the only other character that seems to be about from this movie is Cassandra Nova, who is like, I think, going to be the big bad of the movie. So I could see those three getting Legends, but I don't know how soon they're going to be. I mean, I think we'll definitely get some kind of announcement. If not at SDC, definitely next week before the movie comes out. I can't see them not using the hype of Wolverine and Deadpool, because it is the only MCU movie this year.
It's perfect.
Just to like announce like this is coming soon, or like just even
render.
if it's just show up for Wolverine and Deadpool. There's got to be something, I think, from that next week.
Yeah, they absolutely have to do something Deadpool or Wolverine related. It just makes the most marketing sense. And again, they can show a digital render and just give people, like, show people that something's coming. Like, again, that's good enough for us. People were patient, sort of. We had to wait 2 years for the Spider-Man No Way Home figures, but we got them and they were decent. So yeah, it's just nice to know as a collector that these certain things are coming. I just wanted to shout out Chadwick again for the double super chat there. I do appreciate that, Chadwick. Much appreciated. And yeah, we'll be back next week reporting back all these news. Jay also says, I have booked the Thursday off work for a 10 a.m. Deadpool showing to stay spoiler free. If we get Ben Affleck Daredevil, I would love it. Also, London, baby. Yeah, so there you go. Jay's going to come with us to the Disney store in London. Good stuff. Jay, does Kiara want to go and see, what is it, Sticks with you, Rich? Is it called Sticks?
Six the musical, or Hamilton, or Back to the Future the musical. Anything that's on.
There you go. Speak to Kiara. See if we can just go and find a bar, even though Jay doesn't drink and I don't want to corrupt him. because I feel like me and Adam would corrupt him. But no, we appreciate you, Jay. Yeah, booking off the day off is nice. Again, you can relax, try and avoid your phone for a little bit. However, I will see the movie before you, and I'm going to attack your DMs with spoilers. Yep, that's right. I'm going to be that guy. No, I wouldn't really do that. Hate when I do that. I went and seen The Hangover, and I text my mate to say I'm going to see The Hangover, and on my way in, he texts me and says he's on the roof.
It was like I hate it when that happens. There was like this voice note all about The Quiet Place on day one between these two people, and it spoiled the whole movie for me, even though they were trying not to spoil it because they didn't know if I'd seen it. They spoiled it all for me, and then I hadn't seen it.
Was that me?
It was you, Dad. It was you bastard. Do a private chat, you bastard.
That's me giving my review of The Quiet Place, I think, to Brandon, and Rich was in our chat. Whoops! Spoiler alert, there's a cat in it. How does the cat not die, by the way? I wanted it to die at some point. I was like, fucking kill that cat. Anyway, I won't spoil. No spoilers here. I get well worried. People want things spoiled. No spoilers from me. Started with a click. Shelley says, I'll come to the Disney store, but I have a relative coming to stay that weekend. Bring the relative. Take them on a trip to the Disney store. We'll go to the Shake Shack afterwards. It'll be a great time. Craig says, I'm going to a 12:10 showing on the first day. Can't wait. I love the way you Welsh folks say bastard, says Cloud. Say it again for him. Her.
Bastard.
Bastard. I feel like what's it? Sean Bean in Game of Thrones, isn't it? Where he used to say bastard all the time because Jon Snow's a bastard.
There was what was it on FX? The Bastard Executioner. That was filmed in Wales. It was from the guy who did Sons of Anarchy. He only did one season, but that was all filmed in Wales. There's loads of Welsh people in that.
Figure Cave Collectible says, bring her, Shelley. What responsible adult wouldn't like an action figure trip? That is very true. That's very true. So let's keep it back onto action figures then. And like Rich alluded to, Deadpool there was meant to be. So if Fox was still in charge of Deadpool, they were going to do an X-Force movie. That was what they were going to do in between Deadpool 3, was an X-Force movie. And they signed Josh Brolin on to do more Cable, etc. But obviously Fox imploded, sold to Disney, etc. So I think plans changed. But they did plan on doing an X-Force movie. And we need some more X-Force Marvel Legends. Now, I have some props with me, as there has only been one X-Men Marvel Legend retro card recreated in the 6-inch line. Let me go full screen for a second so you can see. It is, of course, Deadpool. Now, it's in a shiny protector clave because I'm a loser like that and make sure these stay safe. But this is the only X-Force card we have had recreated in the 6-inch Marvel Legends sort of modern day line. And it was Deadpool. A little bit more metallic in the black, but it is the only one we have had recreated on this card back with the black card back. But Rich, we had a whole multiple series of these figures. Do you have any of them?
Oh come on, Dan. Come on, I was ready. I was born ready. I was.
Who have you got there?
This is GW Bridge, who, if rumours are to be believed, might be showing up in the MCU soon. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I had all of the X-Force figures at one point. I recollected most of them. I was trying to grab it, but I couldn't find the box they were in. But they're in a box now. So I did get GW Bridge. He was somewhere loose.
Very nice. Yeah. Does it pain you now? Like,
when Hornby used to import things to the UK.
Did they make trains or something?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, trains. Yeah, no, cool. So there you go. So there is potential for more Marvel Legends X-Force. So that's sort of what we wanted to discuss today. Just go through some of the previous X-Force releases. But first, Chadwick Myers with a super chat.
Myers
Thank you,
donated $5.
Very generous. Today.
Also had to take that day off because I have the full costume and need the time to do my full makeup. Hats off to everyone going opening night, weekend.
Oh, look at that. Chadwick says, also had to take the day off because I have my full costume and need to take the time to do my makeup. Hats off to everyone going. Are you going as Deadpool, Chadwick? Now we need to know, what is your costume? I would assume Deadpool or a variant of Deadpool of some sort. Let us know, Chadwick. What's your fancy dress? What are you going as? Right. Let's get to it then. I have got a list here of the X-Force figures. So shout out to the toy box of this. Obviously, you can see the logo in the middle. They've done like their own little recap of these X-Force cards. So I just thought, similar to what we've done recently, we just go through the cards and think, in regards to Marvel Legends, what characters do we have? What characters don't we have? What characters do we want? What characters could we sort of skip? And maybe by the end of this, Rich, we can put together a little X-Force Marvel Legends wave based on what we think would be a good idea. Yeah? Okay, so you can see first and foremost in that picture, we've already got the Deadpool in the black card so the black card was the villains, right? And the blue card was the good guys.
Black is villains,
yeah.
And then blue is the good guys.
Yeah, so again, when Deadpool first appeared in the comics, he was like a mercenary for hire. He was the bad guy. So he is on a black card because that's how he originally appeared in the comics. So Cable, you will notice, is on a blue card. So considering we've just had a Cable, Rich, on the recent Zabu Build-A-Figure wave in his Capcom sort of inspired gear, do you reckon we could get another one on the retro card but in a different uniform, different era?
Yeah, I would say of all the characters, Cable's the one who needs to be on the retro card. Like, if you're only going to do two, you need Deadpool and Cable, like Iron Man and War Machine. Like, you need the blue card to go with the Deadpool, and obviously Cable would be that character. I would love a classic Cable, like updated, like his big bulky look. But equally, as we get to another series, there were variants of Cable that they did. But if they updated this, I think, what wave was Cable in? Was he in
Wave 1? There's a list here.
No, when they did the Marvel Legends version of this suit.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm usually good at that game, but I'm pretty shit with the Build-A-Figure pieces. What the chat will tell us, what Build-A-Figure pieces or what Build-A-Figure waves were the previous Cables a part of? There have been 3 Marvel Legend Cables. We know one of them was in the recent Zabu Build-A-Figure wave. What was the 2? Sasquatch, your boy's got toys is saying. Is that the one you're referring to, Rich?
Yeah, this classic with like the blue and with the straps.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to find them on my shelf, but I've realised I've left them upstairs for when I did my upgrade a minute ago. Warlock and Sasquatch, we're being told in the chat. Which makes sense. I think they were both with Warlock and Sasquatch, yeah, for sure. Let me go to Legends Verse, actually, and type in these characters as they go. And we can answer these questions while we are live on YouTube. Shout out Legends Verse as always.
Amazing work.
There we go. So there are current Cables. So yeah, Sasquatch is the one you were referring to. This one, right?
Yeah, that would be the one.
Yeah, I'd take that like on a retro card. Obviously, I'd prefer not it to be a re-release, but I'd take it on a retro card. That would be the one closest to the one we got in the X-Force line, for sure.
Yeah.
So who else we got? So Forearms. Now, we have definitely never had Forearms in the Marvel Legends line, unless it's a memory I forgot.
No, we definitely haven't had Forearms. We have had other members of the MLF. We've had Strife. We've had Zero in that box set last year. So to chuck Forearm in would be good, because the MLF were like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants for the X-Force characters. So yeah, that would be a good villain to chuck in the wave.
There he is. So yeah, we haven't had him yet, but when I look at that, it makes me think there's definitely reuse potential from characters like Hercules. I don't know why, just maybe it's the big H staring at me, but the muscles in a H makes me think Hercules. But let's be honest though, Marvel Legends in recent time don't have the greatest track record at doing males with the multiple arms. They've done Spider-Man, that wasn't that great. Spiral was great though, don't get me wrong.
That was a good, so I think they could do it, because if they learned from Spiral, that was a great figure.
Exactly my point. So again, Spiral hopefully has taught them lessons so they could do a much better forearms. Forearms, yes. And then JW Bridge, who Rich just held up. 1 second, we've got a super chat from Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Oh, okay.
Andrew Cheppel donated $20. Give me all the Mutant Liberation Front. Wildside, Tempo, Strobe, Reaper, and Forearm at least. With Dragoness, Sumo, Thumbelina, and Kamikaze as backups. Sorry.
Do not apologise for interrupting, my friend. That is what Friday is there for. It is her job to interrupt us so we can acknowledge your support to the channel via the super chat. Thank you very much. Andrew says, basically what you were just saying, Rich, in regards to the liberation and all that. Give me all the mutant liberation front. Wild Slide, Tempo, Strobe, Reaper, and Forearm at least, with the Dragonus, Sumo, Thumbelina, Kamikaze as backups. Sorry to interrupt, but again, don't apologise. I'm sure we're going to be discussing a few of them in a moment as we go through this initial sort of X-Force lineup here, because this is just wave one in front of us.
But spoiler alert, just because to cut you off a minute, but literally Forearm and Strife are the only MLF members they ever did on the X-Force card. It was only those two. They primed it up in wave one and they never followed up on it. I'm surprised Legends haven't done Reaper, because Reaper is literally Black Tom Cassidy repainted blue with a scythe. That's all you need to do. It is such an easy layup that I'm surprised that they didn't do it. So, like, Reaper would be an amazing figure as well, because he, like, spun off into the Ultraverse. He was part of the all-new Exiles with Juggernaut and Sienna Blaze. I would love a Reaper. So, if they put a Reaper on this card, I would be happy.
Yeah, sad times. So, we got JW Bridge, who you just showed off. And again, don't want to spoil trailers for anybody, but it's rumoured he's going to be making an appearance in the new Captain America movie. So, if you know, you know. But we've never had him in the 6-inch Marvel Legends line either, if I'm correct. So
no, he's got a rapid fire gun.
Of course he has. I love adding new characters to the display. I would always be pro getting brand new characters into the Marvel Legends line, and the characters, a lot of these X-Force characters are going to be on that same vein.
Doesn't even come with alternate hands. Look at Has. At least Hasbro always give us alternate hands. True. Well done, Hasbro.
And then last, it's Gorgon. Am I saying that right?
Gideon.
Here he is.
Gideon was like this mysterious bad guy. He debuts in the same issue that Deadpool debuts in. Obviously, Deadpool far more successful than Gideon.
The spotlight, yeah.
But he's an external, so he's one of these immortal mutants. We have had externals before. We've had Celine, obviously, in that box set. We had Cannonball. Cannonball turned out to be an external, although they've forgotten about it. So these are like these long-lived mutant badasses. There's some more externals coming up in the next wave. I think Krull comes up, but yeah, a good character to get. I would love Gideon.
So do you think this was a solid wave one for X-Force representation back in the 90s there?
I mean, it's a weird, but there's more. I think if you go on to the next page, there's more in this first wave.
So that is your second page. With Kane.
So this is the rest of it. So this is all wave one. So like most of those are like minor X-Force characters apart from Cable. Like even Deadpool wasn't part of the main team. He was just like appearing every now and again. So then obviously you've got Shatterstar and Warpath who are part of the main team. But again, we've had legends of both these figures. You've got Strife, who was the big bad of the X-Force era, the early X-Force era, I would say, leader of the MLF. Again, we've had him last year. And then obviously you've got Kane, who we haven't had a figure of Kane at all. So, and he's got like a little cybernetic arm that you could like pull off and it would extend.
Yeah, so again, 3 of those characters on the screen we've already had, and we've had 2 versions of Strife as well. So it seems less likely we'd get a third on a retro card anytime soon. Warpath has only had one sort of modern day release, but he was in the dark days of Hasbro or even Toy Biz back in the day for sure. Same as Shatterstar. They were Shatterstar. I'm trying to think what wave Shatterstar was in. It was another one of those X-Men.
He was in Warlock. He was in the Warlock wave.
Yeah.
And then Warpath was in one of the X-Force waves, wasn't he? With Pirate Deadpool. Was he strong guy?
People complained he didn't come with his knives. That was like a big complaint with Warpath. And then we got his brother in the 2-pack with Storm later down the line. But yeah, so the only one there we'd need, as you said, is Kane, which, yeah, with the cybernetic arm. Yeah, I just love the costume character designs here with these characters. There it is. There's his extended arm. Sticks out. See, Legends could do something cool with that if they wanted to, if they tried, but we shall see. Okay.
Just get an alternate hand that you can like throw at people or something.
Well, Machine Man, I remember when my Toys R Us was closing down in Coventry, and I was like the only person in the city that seemed to collect Marvel Legends. I let these Machine Men from the All-Father Build-A-Figure wave just die down on the shelf. And I remember the last day went in Toys R Us and picked them all up for like £1. So I had like 6 Machine Men, and I had all their extendable arms. So instead of displaying 6 Machine Men, I just displayed one on the shelf with like these massive arms that was like going along the whole shelf. I think I still have them upstairs because I have a habit of not selling my toys. But yeah, so maybe they could do something fun like that for sure. But okay, so that seems like that's wave 1 then. So again, Cable, Deadpool, a solid start, and I think that's not bad at all. Let's keep going here. So next up, this is where you start getting into your variants. Because we've got money in the bank. Second, the biggest dog ever with a super chat. Thank you very much.
Biggest dog ever donated 7 Canadian dollars. The externals was just more lazy writing from Rob Liefeld, just ripping off the plot from Highlander.
So the biggest dog ever, as Friday said. Thank you very much for the super chat. Says the externals was just more lazy writing from Rob Liefeld, just ripping off the plot of Highlander. Yeah, it's not the first time he's been accused from being heavily inspired by things that are already out there.
There can be only one, Dan. There can be only one.
But in regards to this wave, we've got a couple of variants already. So you've got 2 variants of Cable, and then you've got 2 cannonballs. And we've had that cannonball now in the Marvel Legends line twice, but we actually got him with his cannonball accessory, right? So we haven't had the pink jacket, but we've had the sort of darker purpley jacket. And then isn't that space... I'm trying to zoom in. Is it Space Cable?
Yeah, it's like an orange armor cable.
There you go. Deep Space Cable. There he is. They always take a character to space. Whenever they need a variant, space is the first place characters go. Whether it be Wolverine in the original X-Men line, he had a space armor variant. NECA are doing it right now with Donatello. He's gone to space as well. So if you need a variant, get the character to go to space. Like Rich M's variant is in space right now, doing space business.
Floating away.
So yeah, and the other one is just a repaint of the Wave 1 one, if I look correctly, right?
No, I think it's slightly different.
Is it this one?
Yeah, rapid fire, is it?
Did you buy all the variants, or did you just go for the main look to the characters?
No, I did. I had all the variants. I think I said this before. I loved the X-Force line more than the actual the X-Men one, because it was like a little bit more. Ooh, they're bad. They've got guns, and it was like, like you're a kid. You're like, God, this is better than the Saturday morning cartoon. I'm gonna get all these. So yeah, I was like all in on the X-Force cards.
Home Dude says, the Space Cable was my childhood toy. Still got it. I always say that about things. Some figures are always someone's first. Someone's gateway.
I remember buying the cannonball as well. He comes with like a rocket launch. You could put him on like thing and like rocket launch him into the air. He would just jump like a little bit. He was really shit. But I remember going in and buying that in Forbidden Planet Cardiff back in the day.
Before you were banned.
Yeah, because they imported toys and stuff like that. And I remember asking them, did they have a Psylocke? And I remember like this like nerdy, horrible man being like, it's actually pronounced Psylocke. And he was American as well. And that's where my hatred for Forbidden Planet began, Dan. It was all from there. Downhill from there it was.
Dear. There's the 2 variants.
It's pronounced Psylocke. Like,
what did you say? What did you say?
A Psylocke, because it was like,
you just read it, didn't you?
Yeah, you didn't see them in the like. She wasn't in the TV show, so I just Psylocke. Like, I didn't know how you pronounced it. No one was there reading Psylocke to me in like English class.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Right, okay, so you got the Deadpool, so you got all the variants, you got Cannonball, so that kicks off the wave 2, and then we get into more characters we don't have in the Marvel Legends line. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we don't have any of these, Cane Crawl or Grizzly.
No, Grizzly, part of like Domino and the big 6, I think. The secret, what are they called? The something 6, Secret 6. They are the something 6. They are, but there's like Domino, Grizzly.
Maybe that's what they're called. The something 6.
Something 6. Yeah, Domino, Grizzly, Cable are all part of it. 6-pack, that's it. Thank you, 6-pack. And that was like a good team. Grizzly would be a great character, and then Cruel, I think he's part of the externals as well. So he's another one, like Celine, like Gideon, like Big Dog Forever says, terrible plot point. borrowed from Highlander.
Your boy's got told says Secret Six is DC. Crossing the streams. We're crossing the streams. They look like cool character designs for sure. I'd love to see these type of obscure character designs in the 6-inch Marvel Legends line. But again, they just haven't done it yet. That's why an X-Force retro wave would give them the option to do characters like this.
It's bonkers to think back in the day, like we had 2 versions of Kane, and it's like a character who's like not that popular nowadays. So
yeah, crazy. But they look good. It makes me sad that we haven't got them. And again, retro cards just make things that little bit sweeter. So there's Series 2 with your cable. So the Series 2, they got straight into the variants. But I guess they needed to keep the main character in the line. So they had to keep Cable on the packaging. So you got your 2 variants of Cable and then some more. Then Wave 3. So you get another Cable in Wave 3.
Another Cable. He's the Wolverine of the X-Force line.
Of course he is. So there's Cable number 4, the Air Assault Cable. He comes with a rocket on his back. Rocket Man. So yeah, there's another. Did you have this Cable as well? Rocket Man Cable.
Yeah, I have Rocket Man Cable. I've got Rocket Man Cable. I've still got Rocket Man Cable.
Very nice. And Mojo as well. He's an impressive figure to get on a card back in the day. Like I know they did characters like Kingpin and stuff, but
so he's one of the ones I'd miss him because I've seen Mojo a few times, but he's like because he's like bigger. The card seems to be coming away. Yeah. So he's one of the ones I haven't got. I haven't like retracked down Mojo.
Yeah, Mojo. So that's the first time. Again, a lot of these characters are first time in the line. Some of them are first time and only time in a toy line. But Mojo, of course, thankfully we now have had a couple of times in the Marvel Legends line. Both of them are repaint, granted, but decent Marvel Legend, like very, very good Marvel Legend of Mojo.
Got the money in the bank.
Disgusting looking character. Andrew with a super chat.
Andrew Cheppel donated $5. Rich. Come to America single. We will change your mind winking face.
I think he's trying to come on to you, Rich. He says, Rich, come to America single. We will change your mind winky face.
I will, if I'm single, I'll be straight on a plane, Andrew. See you soon.
Thank you very much for the super chat, Andrew. Trying to tease my co-host off to America. What about me, Andrew? Eh? I'd like to go to America. Never mind. So we've had Mojo. Again, impressive. We had him in the 6-inch line back then. We've had Pyro as well in the Marvel Legends line. He came in recently in the 2-pack. Oh, who was in the 2-pack with? Was it Rogue? Was it the green outfit?
Yeah, with Rogue.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I stole some fiery pieces from a 3 3/4-inch Star Wars toy that pegged in to the Pyro's weapons really well. Yeah, he looks great on the display. Where is it? I could probably show it, actually. See the little fiery effect? Oh, no, I've unplugged my bloody... Never mind. All right. I'll be back.
It's gone.
I do this all the time. It's my own fault. No, I do this. It's my own fault. It's my own fault. You're in charge for a second. I'm here, people. I'm here. Let me just
yeah, so Pyro would be a good figure. But again, he didn't really fit on this back because while they like fought the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants a couple of times, I mean, he's more at home on like the X-Men card, especially with Avalanche on that like classic X-Men card back. I'd rather see Avalanche on that card back, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Or even Pyro. There you go. I'm confused there now. That's Pyro, not Avalanche. I'd rather see Pyro on that to go with Avalanche. There we go.
And then last up in Wave 3. Oh no, we're still on one page. It's Quark. Is that how you say it? Quark. So it's like a ram guy.
Yeah, like a really minor character, but he got a figure. So I mean, he's got like a quirky look, I suppose.
Look, if what's his name from Doctor Strange can have a Build-A-Figure, anyone's allowed a figure. Rintra, that's it, Rintra. If Rintra's got a Marvel Legend, then Quark is definitely allowed one. He looks like a ram pirate with guns. I don't know. Like, I don't know anything about the character, but it looks toyetic. I'd take it in Marvel Legends form. I'd learn about it via the medium of action figures. There's one page of Wave 3, and then also, so I know Richter we've had in the 3-pack, the X-Force 3-pack. So we've got Richter in the Marvel Legends line. Is that a variant of Shatterstar and Sunspot, who we do have?
Yeah. So this is like Shatterstar's second costume in red. So his first costume is like the white costume from like X-Force 1. And then he had like the red costume when I think it was Greg Capullo redesigned all the costumes. So this is like his next look.
Yeah, so we don't have this in the Marvel Legends line, so that's a possibility there. But of course, we do have Richter. Took him a while to get there, but we do have Richter now, of course. Free pack with Domino and Cannonball with legs, if I remember correctly. And then Sunspot we have also had in the line in this exact look, exact figure. So we have that Marvel Legend already. So again, rather have new characters than ones we have previously had for picking a wave, selfishly. Okay,
I think Sunspot is more likely though because he's in the animated X-Men 97
Now
now,
he
so
is.
he's bringing it to like a bigger audience. But I would say probably, if anything, it would be his New Mutants look we'd get rather than like an X-Force look.
wouldn't you prefer that for Sunspot?
The Sunspot I would prefer would be Rainfire. So he'd like turned evil and led the MLF for a bit as like Rainfire. I'd love Rainfire. Or like when he was in his like yellow, gold and purple harness era. I love that era of X-Force when they all were wearing like gold and purple like bondage gear. That was a good era, Dan. A good era.
You've got Andrew taking notes over there. He's like, oh, okay, what's Rich like? Okay, all right. So that was 94 in season 3, or series 4, 3. Moving on to series 4. Let's get the list of characters here, so I'm ahead of the game. So Black Tom Cassidy we have in the Marvel Legends line. I think he came in a Deadpool wave, maybe a Deadpool Build-A-Figure wave of some sort.
Yeah, it was in his black with the collar costume though, not this.
His
white
best mates with
t-shirt
Juggernaut look, right?
Yeah.
Then we got another cable. So this is the 5th cable, or the 6th cable. The 5th cable. Deep sea gear. There's another standard variant. If you need variants, one goes to space, the other one goes deep sea swimming. So was there ever a story, Rich?
Covering land, sea, and air cables.
Joining the G.I. Joe force. Can you remember a comic where cables went deep sea diving?
I mean, maybe for Namor. I can't think of one. I'm sure Cable did have a lot of looks in the comic book.
He did.
I can't think of a deep sea diving Cable. I mean, his arm would rust. Well, that would be no good, would it?
That's true. So next up we got Comcast and Killspree, who we definitely don't have in the Marvel Legends line. I'm saying that quite a lot here with this X-Force. That's why there's so much potential for a Marvel Legends X-Force wave, because there are so many characters we have yet to have in the Legends line that would do good.
Comcast obviously leaving the Marvel line to go and run his own like international television networks out there. It's been really good.
There he is on his little hoverboard thing. Is that like a little hoverboard? Like, is this scooter? Is this a Segway before Segways were invented?
It's like a little hoverboard, isn't it? He flies on it.
Comcast and Killspree. He looks like a bug. Looks like an alien-y bug type thing.
I think Killspree's another external as well, if I'm not mistaken. I could well be mistaken, but I think he is.
He looks cool. Yeah, again, I'm not familiar with these characters. I've never really read X-Force. But they look cool. They look really cool. Again, imagining stuff in a 6-inch sort of Legends line. Then we've got continuing that wave, more card backs, and again, you're saying you've got most of these in hand. So we've got Slayback, a Warpath, a second Warpath, and then an Extreme. Oh, that's the wrong button there. So that's Slayback. He looks like a Mojo guy. Is he from Mojo's planet?
He was like a cyborg type of character, wasn't he? Didn't his skin come off or something?
It must do, because it's like gooey skin over the body, over his metal skin. Like, he looks like a Mojo. Again, not knowing anything about the character, it looks like a Mojo lost some weight, got to the gym, and now his skin's peeling off him. But there's a Warpath in a different costume, but still the Warpath.
We haven't had that one, so that's the Greg Capullo version of Warpath. That would be a good figure to get, and he's bulkier as well, so that could be like a Build-A-Figure type of thing.
Very nice. And then Extreme.
Oh, Adam X, the Lost Summers Brothers. He was supposed to be the third Summers Brothers for a bit.
Oh, one second. We've got a Top-Loaded Gaming.
Top-Loaded Gaming donated $4.99. Have either of you heard of a guy that runs a group and a website called Marvel Legends UK? Possible shady character? I'm trying to research the site.
Marvel Legends UK. He says, either of you ever heard of the guy who runs Marvel Legends UK? Possible shady character. I'm trying to research the site. Oh, to be honest, my friend, I just stay away from Facebook. I'm not a fan of Facebook. So I have no association with any of the Facebook groups. So you're asking the wrong person, I'm afraid. Yeah, sad times.
I haven't got a Facebook account either. I mean, I know what the site he's on about, because I remember like trying to join it in the day and they wanted like a sign up fee. So I was like, nah, not joining that. But,
I was in. I mean, I'm probably still in the Facebook groups, but I don't really post anymore. The Facebook groups are all like, they're all like gang mentality. Like, you can't share this post here. I'm like, look, I'm a Marvel Legends channel trying to share Marvel Legends in a Marvel Legend group. What the hell is wrong with you people? But they're all gatekeepers. So yeah, I just stay away from Facebook groups these days. I stick to Instagram and YouTube. But if you guys like Facebook, that's absolutely fine. Not dissing it. It has its purpose. But my nan's on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? Like, my nan doesn't have an Instagram or YouTube, so you can have Facebook. Anyway, moving away. Thank you very much for that. I didn't want to ignore it because it was a super chat, so thank you very much. I do appreciate that. But just go to the Facebook group and ask around. Go to the other Facebook group. They'll tell you all about it, I'm sure, because I swear there's a group spun off from that group. But anyway, back to this, Rich, because I'm learning through you.
Extreme Adam X, Extreme. So yeah, he was like the Lost Summers brothers, and then it turned out that I think his mother is like Cyclops' mother, but he's got a different father.
So he's a stepbrother.
I think so. I think kind of. It was like there was an X-Men Legends issue recently. I think Fabian Nicieza wrote it as well, and it was kind of like tied in, like brought Adam X back. But I would love an Adam X. He was like this, like he had a baseball cap and spikes coming out of him, and he was like so too cool for school. Like he appeared in they set up a lot of him in all the different X-Men comic books in the early 90s, and then he just like disappeared. So yeah, I would buy an Adam X figure.
Cool character design. I like it. And again, when figures come out and I don't know who the characters are, that encourages me to go back and learn about them for sure. But they need to be made first. Now we've had an Avalanche moving into the next sort of wave.
But wait, these are not on the classic packages. So we don't acknowledge these. Dad.
That's what I was about to ask. I was literally about to ask you, how do you feel about these? These are not what you consider the core line.
No, I think like we need like the first 4 waves. I think first, because they are like all the characters were on that card. But I mean, like these are good figures. Like Exodus appears like in this bit. Domino, the first Domino figure in a purple harness, which is a figure that I would love. Blob is on there, but these are not like that classic like card back, I would say. So I don't need these as much. They don't hit my like nostalgia thing as much as the characters who did appear on it. Like there's characters that I would like on this card, but it's not necessarily these. Like a Feral. If they put a Feral on the blue card, that would be a great way to get her.
Yeah, like I have not really got any nostalgic attachment to this card back, even though it is familiar. But I definitely didn't have any characters from this back in the day. But Cable in probably one of his most favourite suits. You got a Caliban. You got a maskless Deadpool. But I agree. If we're going to stick to the card backs, it's got to be the blue. We have yet to have a Marvel Legend on the blue X-Force card. Again, we've got Deadpool right here on the black. So we've got a bad guy version for X-Force. But I think we need a blue one. And in the wake of Deadpool and Wolverine the movie, it's a good time to jump on that X-Force hype. So I think let's try and create a little wave here then, Rich, from us. So Cable's first and foremost. Now do we go deep space Cable, deep diving Cable? Which Cable? No, I'm joking. We go for regular old Cable. Let's ignore Deadpool because he's already got one, right?
Yeah, I would say Deadpool. We don't need, and I could see them doing a grey Deadpool though on like the good guy cards, I suppose, to go there. But I don't think we need a Deadpool. I would say out of this wave, Cable is probably the one we need the most. For me, I would put Gideon in there because, like, I don't know, he was always like there around in X-Force. And I think probably Forearms as well. Forearms being like on the MLF, he'd like fill out that team with Strife and Zero as well. So I think probably, and GW Bridge. I love GW Bridge. So
wow, now he's going to be in the MCU. It may mean
allegedly,
okay, allegedly, but still, that's usually the case. If they're in the MCU, that obviously means that we're more likely to get them in a figure form, whether it be comic. Okay, so I've got Cable, Forearms, Gideon, JW Bridge. So we need a female in there. So Domino would have to be the female, right? She's the...
I'd put Farrell in. I'd go
of
Rogue
course you
Dan
would.
and
Of course
put Farrell
so
in.
yeah, of course. So Farrell was on the X-Men card back, not the X-Force, right?
Farrell was a mail away, so she was in a
yeah.
little Toy Force box. That's a little Toy Fair box, like a little card back. So yeah, she never really had a main release. So I mean, like the X-Men and Spider-Man, they've done figures that didn't appear in the Toy Biz line, so Farrell would fit in well.
No, I agree completely. Again, there's a mock-up here of Farrell on a card back from maybe a comic cover. Do you know what? I don't know where the source of this is. I just found it on a Google. So there you go. Farrell on an X-Force card would be very nice. I'd take it. Absolutely. Okay, so we got Cable, Forearm, Gideon, JW Bridge, Farrell. And then do we go with the geezer you liked at the end there? Where is he? The one in the black outfit there.
Oh, Adam X.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, but I think you need another X-Force character, I think, to fill it out. So let's go with Red Shatterstar, because Shatterstar was always like, apart from Cable, was like the breakout, most popular character. So let's go with Greg Capullo Shatterstar.
Okay. Shatterstar.
And your boy's got to tell you, said he missed White Shatterstar and never saw him again. So that would be a way for him to get that Shatterstar too.
Okay, so let me go back here and I'll see if I can get him on screen. So there's again, you can check. I'll put the sites that I'm using in the chat right now, so you can have a look for yourself. Some much better deep dives from the previous toy lines for you to go in and digest. So thank you very much to those two websites. But I want to know if you guys would be interested in this X-Force wave. So I'm going to try and get this on screen and then put it in the poll. So let's have a look. There we go. There it is. Look at that. Oh, the magic of Streamlabs. X-Force wave. X-Force wave. Let's call it a retro wave. Would people buy it? Would people buy it?
I reckon yes. Yes, they would.
Okay, let's find out.
A couple of new characters in there, a couple of most wanted ones, and Cable sells to little kids. Little kids love Cable.
Marvel Legends X-Force retro wave. We'll just keep it yes or no. We'll keep it yes or no. Well, actually, I'll put one other suggestion just to mix it up. You know,
Dom Blanco in the chat. Dom says, "Love the comic knowledge, Rich. You're a connoisseur." Yeah, comic knowledge. Don't ask me where Kenya is on a map, but I know all about the history of X-Force and who designed what costume.
That is a reference to the after show, people. So if you want to be part of the after show, then get involved with the Dan Who Extra, where we learn all about geography. True story. True story. I'm going to give them 3 options, Rich. I'm going to say yes, no, or different characters. Oops, sorry, charities, not different characters.
Oh, Matt Bridge, Games Master, and what was Games Master? The Upstarts, like Sienna Blaze, that would be, and Shinobi Shaw, they would be good figures as well. And Trevor Fitzroy. Trevor Fitzroy is a figure they should do.
Characters. There we go. Okay, 3 options, people. I'm about to go live in the chat, so you know how this works. Can you hear Ted barking, or is that just me?
Just you.
Okay, good. I want X4.
Maybe it's in your head now. He just barks so much. You just like titmus. You just got it in your thing.
I want. Isn't it called Tinius, and we called it Titmus, and people were laughing at
I
us?
said Titanus just because I said Titania. I was being a prat. That's
Okay,
what I said.
I noticed though. I noticed you said it wrong then. Okay, right. Would you buy? There you go. The poll is live, people. Would you buy our X-Force retro wave? 3 options: yes, no, I don't care about X-Force, or I want different characters. Which is fair. I understand. So there you go. Your 3 options are now live in the chat. So let me go back to the chat for a second. Let me get rid of that. Let's get the chat back in. So there you go. You can see it live. If you're on the replay crew, this is how it's looking. I'll let it go up to about 50 votes. Always nice to have a live active audience. California Red Devil says, "Sweet Garden, Southgates, that's a great wave." Oh, the little bastard. He had to get a little football reference in there, didn't he? Look, I reckon Southgate did a great job. Look, but it was the right time to step down. You got to 2 finals, mate, and you bottled it in 2 finals. Football never came home. Look, you can walk away with your head held high though, Southgate. You had a good run, but it's time for change. It's time for change, and we're okay with that. But yeah, you had a good run, Southgate. We're not mad at you. But yeah, fuck off, please. Thank you. No, that was a bit harsh. I liked Southgate, to be fair, but it is time for change. But yes, I tried not to mention the Euros because I'm still sad about it. Okay, the poll still says... Okay, so 73% of people, Rich, says yes, they would buy your wave. Cable, Gideon, JW Bridge, Feral, and Shatterstar. I should say Shatterstar in the red. Red Shatterstar. There we go.
Matt Bridge said he loved Fitzroy. What's his little henchman called? His little henchman was called Bantam, and he was like this little like minion of like Trevor Fitzroy. Did like all his bidding. That would be I would like that 2-pack. Minions 2-pack.
Could he not be an accessory piece, or would he have to be his own thing?
No, he could be like, but you could do like Sabretooth and Birdie, you could do M-Plate and DOA, you get all these X-Men villains and they're like little buddies, Callisto and Leech, or Mask and Leech.
Albert and LCD?
Albert and LCD.
Yeah. Okay.
You could have X-Factor, Marvel Girl with Artie Maddox, the green guy who like didn't speak, a green guy, pink, and he didn't speak, he just used to have like thought bubbles coming off him.
Okay, so there's our X-Force Retro Wave. Again, this is just me and Rich having some fun, speculating away. We don't actually think this is happening, by the way, so don't panic. Because in the chat, Top Loading Gaming is saying, I hate this! And that's how he said it as well, because that's how he typed it. So he hates it. He's not a fan, which is fine. You can love it and hate it. You're still welcome here. That's absolutely fine. But, according to the poll, 69% of you out there would buy that wave. 10% say no, don't care about X-Force, and 20% say they just want different characters. So there's a big percentage out there of people, 90% of you watching, if I do the maths correctly, that would actually like X-Force characters in the Marvel Legends line. Only 10% of you wasn't really a fan of the X-Force comics.
He wasn't saying he hated. He was doing from the X-Men animated TV show. It's what Bantam says.
Oh,
see?
That went over my head. My bad. My bad. Deadpool and Dupe Redo was another 2-pack buddy 2-pack suggestion. That's true. We've never had Dupe in the Marvel Legends like Hasbro era, have we? We had him in was it Series 6 Toybers back in the day? And remember when that was a pretty penny on the aftermarket? Remember when that was the go-to Deadpool? Times have changed, people. Times have changed.
Matt Bridge, I'm not Dancing Monkey. I'm not just going to name things you shout out, but Mutant Liberation Front, we've gone over them. So we got Reaper, we got Forearm, we got Zero, we got Stripe, Thumbelina, Tempo, Wildside, Reaper. There we go. Rainfire. Danny Moonstar was on there. Feral was on there for a bit. There we go. Is that all of them? Anyone I've missed out? Probably.
Yeah, we went through. Look, if you're late to the stream, I'm ending the poll now, by the way, because I feel happy with the vote numbers before they change. But if you are late to the stream, again, today's a casual. We're in the pre-Comic-Con hype right now. Okay, so this was a casual sort of Comic-Con pre-stream, just talking about X-Force because we're all excited to see Deadpool and Wolverine next week. So Deadpool, obviously, and Cable are a big part of that. Wolverine, you could fudge him in there, maybe. I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
Could you?
Yeah. And Andy B says about the Alra X-Force. I would love the X-Force X-Tactics. Like, you go, girl. That she would be a good character. I would love her. The Orphan. I think we've had him on a list somewhere.
There was an X-Force Marvel Legends. I think it was a 4-pack with Angel. I don't know if Psylocke wasn't in it, was it? It was Angel, Wolverine, Warpath. It was a Deadpool 5-pack. So I'd like a multi-pack. Like if Legends could do that again.
That's more the Uncanny X-Force, or that's like the Rick Remender.
But it's still, you know what I mean. It's still X-Force that Marvel Legends would make, if you know what I mean. It's still X-Force branding.
X-23, she's in her X-Force costume there. She got Wolfspin in her X-Force costume where she eats her father. That's an amazing storyline.
Well, Wolfsbane has 3 different forms, doesn't she? She has human, then she has partly transformed, then she has a super feral version. And I think the version we got in Legends recently was like the middle ground. We never really got full feral, but we never got human form either. So there's potential for another Wolfsbane, but again, it took us that long to get a Wolfsbane. I'm not going to start asking for another one now. I'd rather characters like Feral, Hepzibah, some other furry women.
Dad-eating Wolfsbane in a 2-pack where it's just like a Marvel Legend body with no head on it and just like a blood-covered Wolfsbane. That would be amazing.
I think Legends versus upped his game. He started to stick G.I. Joes in here and started confusing the shit out of me. Was
G.I. Joe.
There was definitely an X-Force multi-pack. I'm not making that up. But I can't remember what year it was. It was probably a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Does anyone remember the year? Someone's probably got it in the chat.
I'm sure it was Archangel. Wasn't it Archangel?
It was there. It is there. I found it. There it is. So apparently on the aftermarket it's $200 now. It was only 3 of them. I swear there was more than 3. I thought it was like a 5-pack. I didn't have it anyway, as you can tell, but it was Psylocke, Archangel, and Wolverine. And let's be honest, we've all got better versions of those out now. Again, the way that Marvel always try and keep Wolverine in the line, you can imagine them using one of the new pinless Wolverine bodies for a X-Force Wolverine at some point down the line. So maybe that could be on a blue X-Force card. Maybe.
Yeah. Do Elixir. I could chuck Elixir in there. Vanisher. Could do Marrow from the Cable and X-Force days.
Just an empty box.
Millions of characters. Just an empty box with a Vanisher.
Would people buy that? Would you buy if Marvel officially released a Vanisher in a retro card, but the actual bubble of the retro card was empty? Would you buy it for the gimmick, or would you be like, "Fuck you, I'm not buying air"? If it was an official release, card was sealed.
Didn't Todd McFarlane do like a My Hero Academia figure that was just the hands? Wasn't that like the thing? That was just it. It was like on the cover, and it was just the hands. Nothing else was like in there.
I don't know. But I'm just curious. Like, would people buy that? Like, if they released a Vanisher and it was just an empty card back. Like, the card was sealed, it was branded, it was official release, but they genuinely weren't even selling anything, and it was full retail. Would you buy it? They'd have to drop the price. They'd have to, because you're buying just cardboard and air. But I was just curious, because you'd have a display, wouldn't you? And it would fit on the display, on the card. Yes, Todd did do that to My Hero empty box. Jay, did you buy it? Encounter Culture says, I really want an update on that Archangel. Yeah, I do think we're going to get a new Angel with metal wings. We're probably also going to get the Angel we previously had with blue paint. And I promise you, this time, I'm going to check for the paint apps on his boots. I promise you. I'm still the only person on the planet with no paint apps on my Angel boots. But it is what it is at this point.
Get a Tipex pen. Draw some on.
I probably should. I do not, Jay says. He does not have it. Okay, good stuff, people. Right, so again, today was a sort of pre-Comic-Con Marvel Legends stream. Just whetting the appetite for Deadpool and Wolverine that comes out next week. Again, a week today, San Diego Comic-Con would have happened. Preview night will be Wednesday night, and then Thursday the doors actually open. And then we're going to have reveals Thursday morning for Marvel Legends. We're going to have reveals on Friday afternoon for Marvel Legends. So again, that's why I need to do a lot of live streaming. So one more time, let me show you the schedule for next week. So this very Sunday is the pre-San Diego Comic-Con Legends and Liquor live stream. If you want to be a part of that Legends and Liquor, you know the score. Start hitting me up with those fresh DMs after today's show so I can start and putting my list together. So Legends and Liquor this week, pickups and San Diego Comic-Con predictions. And then this time next week, it is episode 200 of the Dan Who live show. Can you believe it? And we've still got people watching us, Rich. People are still here. I cannot believe it.
Are they really?
It's all bots. I've paid them all. They're all bots. No, I appreciate every single one of you, honestly. Again, you've made this hobby a lot more fun. And again, I will stick around for another 200 if you are still watching, all right? So it's up to you. But I'm definitely going to celebrate these milestones as we like to do on the channel and celebrate 200 episodes next week with Rich. So we probably won't do like a main theme. We're just probably going to talk about the stuff that was revealed Thursday morning at Comic-Con, because there will be some stuff at the breakfast, I assume, like they've done a couple of previous years. So we can
talk about Deadpool and Wolverine because we've both seen it.
Yeah, we'll spoil the shit out of that next week.
Spoil it all. We'll just play. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just do 2 hours play it on.
Phone in and so episode 200, and we will be, most importantly, the live audience of episode 200 will be picking a new member of the Who crew. Jocasta is broken. If you've been watching my reviews recently, she had a bit of a falling out with Zabu. Zabu ripped her head off, and we haven't really fixed her since. So yeah, we've just got Jocasta's head, unfortunately. Yeah, so we need a new member of the Who crew. You guys will be deciding. If you want to suggest a new member of the Who crew, please use the hashtag WhoCrew200 on Instagram, and I'm going to be picking a couple of the suggestions from you guys for the actual vote next week. We can have 4 candidates, as we like to do. 4 votes, 4 people to vote for. So
And
please,
it's got to be a comic book,
Yes,
Marvel
it's
Legends.
gotta fit
no MCU or animated.
yeah, it's got to fit in with the Who crew. That they're a comic-based crew. So yeah, a comic-based Marvel Legends, not an MCU or anything like that. It's got to be a comic-based Marvel Legend. Again, use the hashtag. You can just take a picture. It doesn't have to be a fancy ACBA. I'm not bug nice. I don't mind. Just take a picture on the desk. I don't care. Just get involved. Hashtag WhoCrew200 with your suggestion. You don't even have to take the figure off your shelf. Just take a picture of the character you're suggesting on your shelf. Or on a package. I don't care. Just get involved. Hashtag WhoCrew200. Tag me. Tag Rich. He loves it when people tag him on Instagram.
I love it. My phone blowing up.
Look, you're popular, Rich. It's all right. It's fine. So hashtag WhoCrew200 with your channel, with your suggestions, and next week we will pick a new member. And I know some people are thinking, what the hell are you on about? Look, go and watch a review, all right? It's all part of the fun of this channel. Get involved. Cheer up. We're talking about toys, for God's sake. So yes, then next Friday will be the recap for San Diego Comic-Con reveals. Friday night. So hopefully Jay isn't doing a This Week in Toys. Otherwise, we've got stiff competition, but I'll probably just invite Jay on our stream instead to stop the competition. But yes, next Friday will be the Comic-Con reactions. Literally, as soon as they get off their panel, me and Rich will go live and recap initial reactions before I've even got any of the official pictures. I'll be stealing them from JC, who's probably working away on his laptop at San Diego Hall somewhere. So I'll be live on YouTube. And then next Saturday, I know people are like, shut up, Dan. I'm sorry. We're busy. It's a busy week for toys. Next Saturday, I will be at the Disney store in London. You can also be there if you want to check out some new Marvel Legend reveals in hand. There is an invite-only event at the Disney store in London, and you may know a guy that can get you through the door. That's right. Hit me up on the DMs if you're going to be in London next weekend and you can get to the Disney store. It's going to be at about 2 p.m, okay? So if you can get to the Disney store in London at 2 p.m. on Saturday, hit me up, okay? No time wasters. I need to know that you're actually going to come and we can go and check out some new Marvel Legends. And I'll also be doing an exclusive live stream from the Disney store. So if you're there, you can be a guest. I will interview you from the Disney store about the new toys we've just seen in hand. And then next Sunday will be the post San Diego Comic-Con reveals, reactions, and all of that good stuff. There's going to be a G.I. Joe HasLab. There's going to be NECA revealing loads of Turtles. They're already starting to leak on Walmart. People are probably pissed off with Walmart right now because there's leaks all over the place. But yes, lots of live streaming, lots of toy talk, and you guys can be a part of it. And guess what? You can be a part of it right bloody now because I forgot to show this earlier. Wait, that's Legend Liquor. Oh, pressing all the wrong buttons. I'm not going anywhere yet. I know, my bad. Yeah, hit that join button and you can come and join the after show right now. I'm not going to waste any more time because I understand I'm rambling far too much. If you're on the replay crew, say hello in the comments. But if you're in the want to come and join us on the after show, become part of the Who Crew Deluxe and you come and join me and Rich right now. Talk X-Force, pre-Comic-Con hype, all of that good stuff. Get involved, hit me up in the DMs and come and talk with me and Rich right now. And if you're just a Who Crew Deluxe member, you can watch it. You don't have to join on. You can just watch in the background. That's fine. An extra half an hour of content. Saying that though, they usually go for longer than half an hour, but Rich is going to keep me on the ball tonight, all right? So let's go over to that one. Rich, any final thoughts while I take a breath? Woo.
Sorry to everyone's mothers I've insulted over the last 199 streams. I'll start insulting your dad from episode 200 instead, right? That's what we're moving to.
Mix it up. Mix it up. Cool. So, me and Rich will be back multiple times next week. But come and join us on the after show right now to talk some more. And we will be back for next week. Episode 200, people. Get those suggestions in. Who Crew 200. Use the hashtag, right? Screenshot it, even though it's Who Crew 200. Who's your suggestions? I need to know. Tag me on Instagram. That's where I'll be looking. Much appreciated. We're out of here. Let's wave Rich. Oh, wait, they can't see you. Stop waving. He's still waving and they can't even see you. Click one of these videos. One of them. Click that review. He's still waving behind the scenes, people. He won't stop waving. Very, very sad to go. But yeah, click that review. No, wait. Click that one. That's the one you want to click. All right? I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.